The tropical island of Sri Lanka may look like a peaceful paradise, but for decades, internal strife wreaked havoc, killing thousands and uprooting many more. Devastation caused by the 2004 tsunami only made matters worse for Sri Lanka's poor. Now, these farmers in Batticaloa and Trincomalee districts are cultivating their previously abandoned land. But like other poor around the world, an additional blow struck them when food prices rose dramatically in 2007 and 2008. Due to the food price crisis, the United Nations estimated the number of hungry people in the world increased by 100 million. Today, nearly 1 billion, or 1 in 7 people on this planet, are undernourished. The European Union reacted swiftly and massively with the €1 billion food facility to support those who suffered the most. With the food facility, the EU sent a clear message that investment in agriculture should be at the forefront in the fight against poverty and hunger. This created an opportunity for the Food and Agriculture Organization, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, and the World Food Programme to help ease the plight of the world's poorest and also bridge the gap between emergency aid and longer-term development. In Sri Lanka, the EU, FAO, and the government assisted 26,000 families in clearing their farmland and rehabilitating small-scale irrigation tanks and channels so they could begin growing crops again. From Asia, on to the African nation of Zambia, the EU's investment in conservation agriculture boosted productivity.
You are all welcome to our stand. This is Conservation Farming Unit, Zambia National Farmers. What I would request you is to pay much attention.
Farmers receive training in conservation agriculture, a method that aims to achieve sustainable and profitable agriculture with minimal soil disturbance, permanent soil cover, and crop rotations. This farmer, Musanji, explained the benefits.
I discovered that reaping was very good, and conservation farming in general has benefited my family. This has even allowed me to send my children to school. In fact, this technique has made farming very easy.
Continued practice of conservation agriculture will protect the livelihoods of Zambians for years to come. Across the Atlantic Ocean to Guatemala, 22,000 subsistence farmer families were helped by FAO to raise their food productivity and stocks by using certified seeds and inputs. The World Food Programme, in turn, purchased some of the locally grown crops for food distribution under its Purchase for Progress initiative. The program assisted local farmers to increase the output of staple crops such as maize and beans. Surplus crops can then be sold on the market, providing income. Thanks to the initiative, some 5,500 metric tons of locally grown maize have been purchased and used to create a fortified food blend. Known as Vita cereal, it was used by 34,000 pregnant and nursing mothers. In Guatemala, Purchase for Progress has boosted the incomes of local farmers and also reduced malnutrition. Despite these success stories, millions continue to be afflicted by difficulties, including ongoing price volatility, civil unrest, and climatic shocks. One example is the latest drought in the Horn of Africa. Food facility projects have supported crop production in Somalia and animal husbandry in Kenya, but more work needs to be done. Throughout Africa and here in Mali, IFAD-supported projects are giving farmers training, access to improved planting materials, and technologies. And by employing the system of rice intensification, these farmers in Benin are producing higher quality crops with improved yields and better incomes. In Madagascar, IFAD supported irrigation projects that assisted 140,000 families and increased rice production and quality, which makes for a more nutritious diet. At the same time, it diversified agricultural production, increasing storage capacity and building crop resilience and access to markets. The impact is explained by project worker Volanirina.
One thing that really delighted me is that some families can save their extra production. They could buy medicine when their kids were sick. They could be like everyone else.
The EU food facility has made a difference in millions of lives by providing access to quality seed and fertilizers, improving infrastructure, and linking farmers to markets and financial services. And by helping farmers learn sustainable and profitable farming practices, the effects of the food facility will continue into their futures. A great deal has been done. Our efforts must continue if we are to help people live free from hunger and lead prosperous, peaceful, and healthy lives.